Hello, welcome once again to the Thinking Mathematics channel. In this video, we want to have a general overview of our subject, mathematics. Perhaps a good place to start will be to attempt answering the question, what is mathematics? Now, this is a billion-dollar question, which different people will answer in different ways. We can begin by looking at some definitions. One of them is, mathematics is the systematic treatment of magnitude, relationships between forms and figures, and relations between quantities expressed symbolically. Another is, mathematics is the science of numbers. Now, these are but two of the many definitions available. At this point, it's important for us to note that there is no single generally accepted definition of mathematics. We find in life that often the very big things, and mathematics is one of those big things, are less easy to define because you have to look at the whole picture to be able to define. Imagine being asked to define God. We also find that the very small things are also not easy to define. In their case, mostly, we don't need to define them. Their meanings are often obvious to us. It is a safe thing to say that mathematics is all what mathematicians do. That doesn't tell us any much about the subject, but it tells us that if we want to know what mathematics is, then we should begin to look at the things that mathematicians do. And that is where I think we can have some meaningful discussion. Evaluation is one of the things that mathematics is concerned with. It may be the evaluation of numerical expressions or the evaluation of ideas. For example, Kofi has 5 oranges. Amma has 3 oranges. They bring their oranges together and they decide to share this equally amongst themselves. Mathematics wants to know how many oranges each person receives. So we have 5 plus 3. We obtain the result and we divide that result by 2. It gives us 4. This is what we call arithmetic. Arithmetic is the manipulation of numbers. Mathematics is also concerned with solving for unknowns. Someone says he needs 10 Ghana cedis to buy an item. He has some amount of money, which is unknown to us. But he tells us that he needs 4 more Ghana cedis in order to make the 10 Ghana cedis target. So the mathematician sets the equation x plus 4 equals 10 and proceeds to write x equals 10 minus 4. Evaluates 10 minus 4 to get 6 and now knows that the person has 6 Ghana cedis. At the point where we are subtracting 4 from 10, we are doing arithmetic. So these activities of mathematics are not always in isolation. In solving a typical mathematics problem, we have a collaboration of the different mathematical activities. Mathematics is also concerned with studying shapes, forms, and figures. And that's what we call geometry. Here, we study the properties of the objects and we develop methods to measure those properties. For example, we may want to find a method for finding the area of a trapezium. Mathematics is also so interested in relationships. We try to find relationship between quantities that are of interest to us and quantities they also depend on. For example, given that a journey has taken place for 2 hours. You may want to know how much distance has been covered. So we try to find formulae for distance in terms of time. Mathematics is also in the business of studying groups of objects or structures, such as numbers, sets, matrices, vectors, functions, etc. Mathematics is also involved in the collection of data, which are raw facts or figures on variables, and analysis of data for the purposes of making meaningful deductions from the data. It may be in dispute whether to classify statistics as a branch of mathematics. Whatever we think of it, if we look at the methods that we use to analyze data, they are essentially mathematical. We take something pretty simple as finding the mean of a data. Here, we sum all the observations and we divide by the total number of observations. So we have two mathematical operations here. We have summation and then we have division. To conclude, it's important for us to remember that there is no single generally accepted definition of mathematics. The big things in life are often less easy to define. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe.